Hello. Oh, I need to lower that. Oh, and lower it on my end too. Wow, it's so loud. There we go. It's a little better. Hello. They rack up pretty fast. Oh, well, let me catch up to chat. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you guys? Hopefully you had a good day today. Hopefully you had a nice Wednesday. I had a very busy Wednesday. I had to catch up on a lot of work and stuff, and it was a lot. I can talk about it in a little bit. Actually, it's a really good time to talk about it. I'm catching up to chat. You guys are funny. By the way, I tried really hard. Okay. And by really hard, I mean, like, my initial title was, you know, chatting with my motherfuckers. Enough. I don't think Twitch really liked that, so. Listen, it's not. I didn't. Okay. At least I tried. Okay. Okay, so hello for those who are already here. Oh my gosh. Wumpkin, Shami, Ducky, Shadow, Ellie, welcome back, Ellie. Yeah, for sure. Long time no see. I know that you've been working hard. No worries. We all understand. We're all adults, so we all understand the grind. Who else is in here? Acer, Sam. Hello, Sam. Adapt. Hi. My little motherfuckers. It's true. I tried, okay? I tried. Love your outfit. Thank you. I literally just saw it this afternoon. It is by. Hold on. Let me grab my Ko-fi because I like this artist quite a bit. They're very nice. Black Crows? I can probably put it in chat. Black Crow and Ko-fi, if you like it. I got offered a writing job. Oh, wow. Look at you. Insert freedom of speech motherfuckers image. It goes with my fur. Yeah. I figured it would be really cute. There's a white version of this, which I figured okay, like I feel like my model just lends towards darker colors naturally. So, Bree, welcome. Is that God's favorite? It sure is. I would be a calico cat apparently. There's only like 10% being male. So I'm just like only 10% male. I can't believe this. This is a disaster. Yeah, it is exciting. Congratulations on your new job though. That is very, very, very exciting. Halloween model. Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple different outfits actually for Halloween. They're all very fun. And this one I really like. It's really cute. So this author also did one they had like a ghost one, which was really cute. I really like that. But yeah, so I have not eaten anything all day. I know, I'm bad. But I was so busy today. I was so busy with work today. I really was. And I skipped lunch as a result. I love calicos. I love all cats, but I love calicos. Listen, we aren't best friends, and I'm like, it's fate, okay? It's just called fate. Okay. Okay, so I have a couple of things that I'd like to show you guys. To grab something really quick. There we go. I have a couple things that I wanted to show you guys. No, not lunch. This story is too scary. I figured because I'm not gonna be doing a CNC, you're mainly gonna be here. You're mainly gonna be in Zatsu chats. Um, that I figured while I'm not doing, because I'm okay. The reason why you're mainly gonna be here is because I'm not gonna be crafting, guys. I'm gonna be reading. So like, there's no point in you seeing my hands or me doing anything if they're not gonna do anything, right? Like, so you're gonna be here. But I figured since I am in the process of eating and stuff, I wanted to show off a couple of things. You can gesture as you read. You know I naturally gesture as I read. I'm just like, I don't know how many of you guys are like this, but I do speak with my hands. I speak with my hands, I do. I do, yeah. Shami knows the truth. um Let me go ahead and show you a few things. I wanted to show off a couple of things, just randomly. I don't know. I was just like, I feel bad. Okay. So, hello again. I was going to have some Earl Grey today, and then I was like, wait, I'm gonna be sleeping soon because I have an event tomorrow, so I have to be up early. Okay, Shami, if I'm past 10, you could just yell at me. Just tell me, get the fuck out. Everybody just leave. Okay? Everyone don't say anything in chat. That would make me so sad that I'd be like, okay, I'm going to bed now. I was gonna stream later, but decided not to. Oh, well, why not? You should definitely stream. I'm up for it. In fact, sad you to bed. That's awful. Hey, at least I will get up on time. That is what I'm prepared for. Shami, can you give me give Ellie a shout out, please? June going to bed on time. Good one. Womkin! It's okay. Womkin has seen me in DGen hours, but first off, I want to show off this very nice, very kind present that I got from Ducky called Hello Fall. It is, well, I mean, it's a candle called Hello Fall, and it has cider, nutmeg, cinnamon, and cloves. It smells so good. Like, oh my god, it smells so good. It smells so good. It smells like apple cider. That's what it smells like. It smells like apple cider and spices. So, before we do anything, we're lighting this up tonight. Thank you once again, Ducky, for the very gracious gift. And thank you, Shami, for helping get this to me. Secondly, I have brought with me a companion. This is, Ducky might really like this. This is a philodendron white wizard, and it is a baby. It's very cute. It's one of my favorite. Yeah, it's a Beebs. And look at its variegation. So pretty. Yeah. A new leaf is coming in right here. It's coming in. It's coming in. And surprise, this was one of my first ever pottery pieces. I don't typically always do pottery, but occasionally I used to, and pottery is so fun, by the way. So this was one of my first ever pieces, and I glazed it this like moss green on the bottom and left the rim white. I thought that was cool. And so I put my white wizard into it. So I had that thought of showing off the white wizard as well as my pottery, and I was like, I have other pottery as well. Had to renew myself for those emojis. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for the 3 months, Shami. I appreciate you, of course. I appreciate you. I can't wait until Shami starts streaming. Then I can start subbing to you, Shami. I wish I had monies for sub. It's okay, Ellie. There are other ways. I feel the same way because currently, not disclosing any particular details, but there are a lot of expenses that I'm having to foot currently there's a lot of subs that I would like to give to my friends as well. And I'm sorry if I haven't been able to sub to you and you know, and things like that. Sad Wolfie, hello, welcome to I love your emotes. Welcome to the stream. This is your first time here. Welcome, welcome. Um yeah, there are other ways to support streamers other than just giving them subs. Uh it is. It says first time chat. Maybe it's lying to me. Who knows? I don't know. The internet lies. That's crazy. I don't know when I followed you. Oh. Oh. I don't know. Apparently it says first time chat, which I'm like, hey, I appreciate that. Welcome. But yeah, there are other ways to support streamers. 13 days. Whoa. Welcome. When I used to just be a non-streamer and I didn't have when I used to non-stream, just a viewer, and I didn't have enough money, I would just try to push that streamer as much as possible in different platforms and different servers and stuff like that. I also didn't know. Guys. Listen, I'm new out here. We're all learning. But yeah, so that's what I used to. Holy shit, Shadow, you're crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much when I started streaming. 3 months, 4 months, 4 months ago. Was my first follower. What were you eating? I was eating Wingstop before. I'm kind of eating it a little here and there, but for now, while I'm in cam, I don't want to eat. Time flu. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, I got boneless wings. But yeah, so I'm sorry. I totally got off track. I decided, hey, I'm gonna show off the rest of other pottery that I've made. I'm trying to block the bottom of this because it has my full ass name on the bottom of this. So, we live on the edge every day, okay? And yeah, I did. I made this one. Yeah, this is the one that I made. Yeah, my full Christian name. I made this one myself. I really love the coloring on it and the way that it ended up becoming. I actually did the edges myself. I tried to flush the edges a little, and I noticed that this edge is thicker and thinner on this end, and I'm not a master potter by any means. I am very much amateur, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it that it's thicker on one end and thinner on the other. It gives it kind of a pizzazz. It gives a lot of style to it. Yeah, and so I also, as a result, I made a much easier but much more uniform plate as a result too. And I'm trying to block it. So it's just, this is the sides. Yeah, and look at the siding on here. I must have missed it, but honestly, it looks fucking good. With it almost missed. Hi Petra, how are you? Can I have a shout out for Petra, please? And let me see. Sad Wolfie, are you a streamer? Oh, you know what? I do remember you. I remember the first time you followed me. I do remember. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I remember asking you if you were a streamer as well at the exact don't even check. I will. Oh, QB, guess what? Please tell me. It looks nice. Thank you guys. Thank you. It is probably one of my favorite pieces. Started playing DBD today. I actually did. I saw your stream, or I mean your post on Twitter that you're gonna start playing Doctor tomorrow. You're gonna play some killer. Unfortunately, I wish I could watch that particular stream because I love DBD. I think DBD is super fun. Um, though when it comes to Survivor, I I kind of can't really watch like really amateur Survivor play because I've been watching Otsarva for so fucking long that my standard for Survivor has increased. Where I'm like, how could you do that? What the fuck? But for Killer, I'm like, I know nothing about Killer, honestly. So it's super fun. I know that you said you started Doctor. I used to play Ghostface. Hydrate? Of course. QB gonna be toxic in my chat if she sees it. No, 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 no. If you're playing killer, you'll be fine. If you play survivor, I'll just lurk. I don't mean to be mean. I just don't want to be mean to you, Acer. I don't want to be mean to you. I started playing Genshin. It's pretty fun. I'm glad. Oh, thank you for the lurk. No worries, sad Wolfie. You will always exist in my mind. Don't worry, I'll never forget you. Play Survivor anyway. True. But yeah, those are the things that I want. Oh, another thing that I wanted to show. Shammy already knows this because she was there when I finished it. I finished. Oh my gosh, this is so. I'm gonna put it up here. It has a little bit of cushioning. I finished the wave painting actually. I'm kind of scared with the candle here, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna move everything a little bit. See? I finished the wave painting. I know it's really hard to kind of see, but here we go. I finished it off. Looks so pretty. I need to work on my lady. Yes, for sure. Alternatively, I play Survivor with QB to coach me. I could coach you. I'm not particularly the best coach though. Like I'm not the best survivor either. Like I'm more so like like do you know those people who watch sports and they know when something is wrong or if you're doing something correct? Like you're like, "Oh, that looks correct," or that makes sense, right? Um I'm those people, except when you take those people and you try to put them on a football field, for example, or a soccer field, they're like, I don't have the physical prowess for this, or I don't have the actual skill for this. That's me. That's like me with both DBD and Valorant. I'm very much an avid I'm an avid watcher of those games. Because I have a lot of respect for those who have that skill. Do I have that skill though? Absolutely not. Okay, so you might have noticed I have some crochet on the side over here. And it's because I want to show you. I want to show you what I have here. These are my. So I know I might have shown a bunch of you before, actually, some of my crochet squares. I'm going to show that to you again because this is going to be my next craft for CNC. So you're going to see me do a lot of crochet, more than likely the squares. If not, oh my gosh, I left it in the freaking kitchen. 1 second. I want to show you the yarn that came in for the bees. Gosh, I'm stuck. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I'll be back. that. Okay, so here are the yarns that I got. This is yellow. It's more like gold, right? It's pretty. This is the white that they only gave me one of, but it's okay because I tried to okay, I tried to change the address for the package. It's actually a pretty funny story. I tried to change the address because basically I fat fingered one of the numbers and I pressed a different number instead of the number next to it. And so I try to reach out to I actually got this from Joanne Fabrics. To Joanne Fabrics and be like, "Hey, by the way, like can you please change the address for this?" And I was like, they're like, "You're going to have to reach out to the to the delivery people." And I said, "Okay. Fine. I will wait until it's pushed out first." And so I wait and I find out it's FedEx. I message FedEx, nothing. They're like, only the seller can change it. I call FedEx, they're like, only the seller can change it. So, I message Joanne again and I say, "Hey, they told me only the seller can change the address. It just needs to be changed by one single number. That's all I need." And literally Joanne was like, "We have refunded your entire order. Feel free to, like, you're free to keep it or toss it or anything. If it goes to the wrong address, like, we have decided to refund it." I'm like, they're like, "You don't have to return anything. It's all yours. So your bees are free." This is the purple. This is a really soft purple, by the way. It's a roving. So soft, so pretty. Wow. Yeah, I love to hear it. Yeah. Yep, so these are going to be the bees for the 100 follower. I can't believe I'm saying 100 follower. I'm almost at 200. But 100 follower raffle. So yeah, they're gonna be super soft and super cute. It'll be so nice, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it too, right? Okay, people, bring 25 friends over. You know what? I saw like a really, just change it to 200 followers. No one would. Just change it. Well, 200 follower raffle. I mean, at that point, I'm more than likely I'll probably do that. I will be for my 100, but everybody here, shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, so I'm gonna put these away. I'm gonna actually start doing some scary story readings. Oh my god. Soon. Actually, I want to eat a little bit before then. Wait. Oh no. Did it fly? Hey, yo, what? Did you take my little tag? I have these labeled by month. So this one is June. Oh, also they sent me the wrong eyes. They sent me weird hazel eyes with like, for the eyes, I just wanted them to be black, like just cute black little eyes, acrylic eyes, right? They sent me these weird hazel eyes. They're kind of scary. Do you think these guys are scary? Hold on. Dang. Look at them. Oh god. Come on. They're kind of scary, are they not? They not a little scary? Bees with super realistic eyes? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna leave my PC on to lurk. I'm gonna get some rest. Please go and get some rest. Yes. Thank you for stopping by and lurking. I appreciate you, said Wolfie. Hopefully I see you next time. Hopefully. I appreciate you. They're kind of like cat eyes. They are, but can you imagine cat eyes on bees? That's terrifying. I'm sorry, but that ain't it. That ain't it. I will check that out later then. Oh, here it is. I was wondering. Okay. So, I want to tell a story before we start because I'm gonna eat a little bit. I'm gonna turn off cam, but um, okay. So there was. Let me move to Zatsu. Okay. Let me grab my Wingstop. Oh my gosh, I took like a single bite. I'm ready to eat. Okay, so I actually told Shammy this already, but on Saturday, it might have been Sunday. Sunday before Project Zomboid. Okay, I went to a nature preserve with KB. We had decided that we were going to kind of go out and see the fall colors because we like to go to the nature preserve because it's super peaceful. It's also very, very, very pretty. This nature preserve is so well maintained, like crazy well maintained. And we decided to go to see all the fall colors. We love seeing all the trees and Wingstop flavor, mango habanero right now, so it's a little spicy. Wingstop service. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I have lemon pepper as the other one. But so we go to the forest preserve, right? And we're looking at all the trees. We are going down the paths that we usually take. Hi Nizu. Hi Nizu. How are you? We're taking the paths, and then like suddenly out of nowhere, we're taking the usual main path, and then I see a small path that is super cute. Like, not cute. Oh my gosh, what am I talking about? It looks super like inconspicuous. And I'm like, oh, it looks kind of cool. I wonder what's over here. I'm kind of curious. And I go over and I'm like, KB, can we go and check what this is? And he's like, it's probably one of the maintenance people. It's their roads that they, come and put like tools away or some closet or anything like that. Like, he's like, it's probably nothing really super crazy. And I'm like, no, I kind of want to check it out. Can I please? And he's like, sure. So we go down there. We go down this small little path. It doesn't take us long. It doesn't go into the forest very, very far. But when I go there, you wouldn't fucking believe it. It's the park's beehives. They're so cute. Here, I actually took some pictures and I put them in the pics section. Those are the beehives that we found. And I was like, this is so on brand. I'm just going back home. Right? And yes, please look. Please look. Get off of me. Get off of me. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I was like, I'm so glad that we took that detour. It was so cute. I'm so happy. And KB's like, yeah, me too. It was really happy. It was really cool. And then I guess we go down the path a little bit more, and KB sees another path, but it's kind of wider, and it looks like it almost looks like a car went through it. First time ever playing Blight just now, got a 4K. Yeah, Blight is probably one of the strongest killers in the game. very strong, um, very easy to pick up, very fast and hard to counter when you're new. Um, but as you get closer and understand his pattern, it's a little bit easier for you to kind of dodge him. It's similar to actually Bubba. Bubba is similar in that way as well. But yeah, Blight's really strong. Spirit is very strong. Nurse is very strong. Um Plague is okay. She's strong. I would say she's at an A to B tier killer. But anyway, so KB sees this wider sort of path going this way. And he's like, let's follow this path. Because I guess we're like in an exploratory mood at this point. And I'm like, okay, sure. You know, like, always up for adventure, Jun, right? So we're going down this path. And it's like long. So I figured it kind of like, I don't know, it connected to another path or something. Like there are a lot of paths or small little paths that connect to other paths in this nature preserve. But this one seemed to just go on and on and on. And I'm like, okay, maybe there's something really cool. Because we started realizing that the path that we took, like trucks or tractors or something, was the thing that made this path. We could see that there were tire tracks, and in the middle, where there were no tires, there was just like grass and stuff. And so we're like, oh, okay. Eventually we kind of came upon some natural, really nice groves of trees, and I saw some cool mushrooms. They were oyster mushrooms. I told him. So there's this little I'm gonna send you some pics. Yeah, there we go. I saw these really cool stumps and trees with mushrooms on them, and a grove of really pretty trees. They're really cool. And I thought, oh, that's so cool. But eventually the path kind of stopped, and there was a very small, less clear path a little bit further in. And KB asked me, he says, do you want to turn around, or do you want to go down this, what kind of looks like a more natural path? And I'm guessing this is like, thanks, nice shrooms. Yeah. He's like, do you want to go down this other path? And I'm like, I've heard, there's something in me that's like, you know, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should. Maybe you should just not be yourself for a second and just let's just turn around, right? But me being me, and me being incredibly curious, and he being still up for it, we were like, sure, let's go down this path. Let's go down this path. And we go down this path. Oh, Acer, oh, you're claiming Sapphire. I can do Hydrate. I don't think I can do Sapphire because I don't have my colors here. But Shammy, if you can save a Sapphire in general general announcements. I don't know what half your these. Sapphire is it turns my hair and my color palette blue. It's for a few minutes, so yeah. So it's because my lore it's because I went to B University, Queen University, and I majored in gemology. So gemology, when I hold and have in slot different gems, it has different effects. So I get blue hair. It changes things. Did I hear lore? Yeah. I told you I went to Queen University. Yeah. But yeah, so we end up getting incredibly lost. Um, we are like, we don't know where we are. And we're like, where the fuck did we start? Where are we going? And I mean, thankfully we have our phones, right? So GPS works and stuff like that. But at this point, there are no trails. We are just roughing it through thickets and like branches, and thankfully it was kind of cold that day, so there were no bugs, thankfully. But we consumed too much true crime to be a little freaked out by this. I will tell you more info, Allie. I mean, it's not that much. It's honestly not that much. It literally, I just gave you 3/4 of the info. Um, but yeah, I'm like, we're just going through the forest at this point, just trying to find the path, like a natural, normal path. And what's great is that, like, every once in a while, I hear this kid shouting. So I'm like, civilization's over there. Like, keep going. Hand me the lore so I can update the lore I wrote for you. No problem. The bees, yeah. That's so creepy. No. It's because the park itself, or the nature preserve, has a playground. So it's very like kid friendly. It has a lot of really interesting little events, and not events, like buildings like farms and stuff like that. But we were basically in this really large patch of forest, and we had walked right in the middle. You don't know true darkness and go to the forest at night for sure. Thankfully, we did this like in the afternoon, so it was like 3. Literally, the only thing you can see is the sky. I mean, you can probably see like trees and like dirt. Uh, Anything else, you're fucked. but but yeah, I like literally went through like 2 natural wooden walking stick branches because I would use these. Okay, there there was this one plant that had thorns all over it, and it would I actually have a few um cuts and stuff on my hand, on my right hand, because I was trying to pull these this bush or whatever, this plant, off of my pants and off of my like clothing, because it would keep getting caught, and I would keep getting caught, and it would hurt because these thorns are kind of long. um and so and I was concerned at first, like, what if these thorns are like poisonous or something like that. But later on, I felt a little bit better about it because I saw them on the main path, like along the side. So I was like, there's no way this well maintained nature preserve would allow this thorny plant, if it was poisonous, to just be here, right? So there's no way that they would expose the public to that. And I saw multiples of them. So I was like, okay, it may just hurt. That's it. But it's not going to hurt me anymore. Um, in terms of like poison and stuff. So we keep getting pricked. I actually had all these little, at the end of it, I wore tights cuz I didn't think I would be going about doing this whole thing. And here are my tights, just filled with spiky seeds. They'd probably have signage up if it was. Yes. I figured, like, if it was poisonous, they wouldn't allow it on the main path, number one. And number two, they would have signage, or they would be like, warning, please do not touch this particular plant, etc. But I've never seen it. So I just had a pic of just my pants, just like filled of just like pokey, spiny seeds. And KB, after him and I, we kept going. Basically, we kept going north until we hit a main path, which, it was funny because there was a very kind looking, very nice family that was passing by, and KB was like, let's wait until they pass first. Spiky seeds are like burrs. Yeah, the seeds had burrs, but they weren't large. If you look at the picture, they're very small. They're like so small, actually. Um, and I had to just afterwards, after the family passed, we were like, let's find a bench and de-spike. I literally said, please, let's find a bench and de-spike. He's like, I am good with the idea of de-spiking. So we spent like, oh, those are annoying. Yes, yes, yes. How do you even remove those? I literally just took them. I just pulled them. I just pulled them off of my pants. And um, so I pulled them off. It took us about 10 minutes to de-spike ourselves. Before we're like, okay, we're fine with moving on. But even then, when I came home, I still found some on my pants. Um, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know they were there. I actually threw my pants immediately when I into my house, or rather KB's house. I immediately put everything into the washer and threw everything into the wash because there's no fucking way. I probably brushed against gross shit. I don't know, like, right? I later on, the next day, I pull my leggings, the leggings that I wore, out of the dryer, and lo and behold, I see the seeds have been like embedded into my pants still. I don't know how they managed to hold on. Even through like a wash and a dry, like you're crazy. But yeah, they're wild, they're crazy. Nature is insane. Let me tell you. um but yeah, that was my story about how I got lost in Sunday. It was still a fun adventure regardless, not gonna lie. Do I regret it? Nearly halfway to Praise Kink. Oh, is that your favorite? Praise Kink? Hmm. I want someone else to tell me a story. What was your favorite part of this week? What was the best part of this week that has happened so far? We're halfway in. Let's let's see what the positive parts are. Hmm. Yes, I slept. We love that for you. First off, Ellie. um, we had a safety check today. Boss shoved the kettle into her desk. It was so Hmm. Does your office not have a kettle? Anxiety, how are you? Oh my gosh, speedrunning morning chores once again? Oh my god, you're a busy bee. You're the busiest bee out here, let me tell you. Have a lovely stream, yeah? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. My brother's B-day. Oh, did you get anything for him, Sam? It does, but everyone's paranoid about our contraband small appliances. Do you have a contraband small appliance as well? I kind of want to know your contraband small appliance. Shared office contraband. You're all guilty. Some sentimental things, yeah, I think you appreciate it. That's nice. That's wonderful. It's Scorpio season, so you know what that means, Shammy. My birthday and your mother's birthday. No, I'm sorry. My mother's birthday and your mother's birthday. My birthday is gonna be a while. Monday days? Oh. Honestly, Monday was super fun. When we literally played fucking Project Zomboid from like, I don't know, 1 p.m. to like 6. My mom has an envied B-Day and doesn't appreciate it. There's a part of me that is like, I kind of understand where she's coming from. Because it would mean that she would never have a normal birthday, right? It would always be celebrating something else alongside. Yuri, damn bro, y'all played till morning? No, 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 no. Like 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. People died to have Halloween B-Day. I think it's novel for the first, like, couple. And then, like, I would feel like everybody would be going out trick-or-treating or something. And I'm like, hey, can you, like, come to my birthday party? I have a cake and, you know, like, celebrate me a little bit. And like it's once a year. I know it's shared with another very important event. I'm so sorry, but like June, that's that. But it's true though, right? Like think about it. Most of the time Halloween is spent everybody out is out. Or there'd be some adults who are spending it in costume or something, right? But like and the thing too is like nobody oh, is that a raid? Oh my gosh. No VPP. My bad. Hi there, Scorpy. How are you? Welcome, Raiders. How are you guys? If you're new here, my name is QBJun. You can call me QB. You can call me June. It's up to you. I am a variety streamer. I stream a variety of games, but in addition to that, I also do things like this. I read scary stories. I listen to true crime podcasts, and I craft with my community. It's super fun. I'm new. Do you like cookle? Is that an L? Coco? Scorpy? I like turtles. I like turtles too. Do you like cookies? I do like cookies. But I only like certain kind of cookies. I don't like raisins, so if you give me an oatmeal raisin cookie, I will make you eat it. But yes, Scorpy, you just finished your stream, so remember to hydrate, get some food, of course, get some rest, relax, watch your favorite YouTuber or your streamer. I appreciate you being here. Novi gifted. Oh, thank you, Novi. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you for giving that gift sub to Scorpy. Scorpy, enjoy your new emotes. Courtesy of Novi baby. Nope, too late, bye. Too late. I'm gonna go head out though. Treat Jun right, y'all. Be yes, he's my Tosan. Bye, bye Tosan. Enjoy. Boulders Gate with homies, but I'll be listening in. Of course, no worries. Have fun. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Jun, I got emotes as well. Yeah, really. I love you too, baby. Bye, bye. Bye, Novi. I don't wait. Hold on. I don't know. I guess I just love you. I love you. I love you too, Novi. I need clown like this. What's really funny? Shammy has been asking for a Jun clown skin for or skin. Oh my god. I'm fucked up. Hold on. Um love you too. Love you too, So-san. Bye. You've been looking for a clown emote. An emote for the longest, actually. She's been wanting heading out. I gotta get back to work. Okay, have a good day at work. Bye, Novi. Oh, hi, Kiwi. Everyone, this is the cutest Kiwi you're gonna ever find. So take your pictures now, okay? Blight's too easy. I absolutely wrecked a group of survivors to the point where the last one just gave up. I just dumped him on the hatch. I'm gonna go work out now, but I stopped by. Oh, for sure. Um, Efren? Efrain? Have a great stream. I hope your day is amazing. Thank you. Have a wonderful workout. Get your gains. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow for Efren, Ozzy. Thank you guys. Welcome to the Beeling crew. Enjoy your honey. Enjoy your 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 honeycomb cell. It's not like jail. It's like a New York studio apartment. Okay? It's small, but it's doable. You know? I guess to take my meds. Yes. Please take your meds. Please take your meds. Get some rest and all types of things, right? Don't forget to take care of yourself, guys. It's a capsule hotel. Okay, not that bad. When I think of capsule hotel, you literally just like slip in and that's it. Yeah, if I know, I'm gonna get my honey taken away. Yeah, you're gonna get your honey taken away. They look cozy. Not for claustrophobic people. I'm not claustrophobic, but I can imagine if I were claustrophobic, I would hate that. I would just die on spot before I got into something like that. It's like a death sentence. Ugh. Okay. I had like three boneless mango habaneros. I think I'm good with reading a story. Shall we read one? Okay, so I have a couple here. And now I'm just gonna sleep outside. I told you, I'm gonna tell. It's more like a New York studio apartment. Okay, it's not super big, but it's doable. It's small, but you know, you can still decorate. There's a small, compact little bathroom, and maybe like a counter for a kitchen that's not too wide but not too short. Like, you know, it's doable. It's better than a prison cell. I know our standards aren't high here, but no, no. All right, all right, all right. We gotta read. We gotta read. Okay. Okay. Oh, hold on. Papa QB is calling me. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Papa QB just wanted to know where my my insect vehicle was. You want to put something in it. Anyway, here's a cardboard box with extra packing tape. It's B-mobile. It's better than a prison cell. True. Okay, so I have two options here for you guys. I have let's not meet stories. Okay? And I'll give you two options. One story or the other story. The first story, story A, it's called I Live Below a Cult Leader and I Fear I've Angered Her. And oh, thank you for the follow, Just an Average Human. Welcome to the Beeling crew. Here's your honey and here's your prison cell. I mean, here's your honeycomb cell. It's like I said, it's the size of a New York apartment. Remember the last CNC stream I was on? Weird shit. Wait, which was the last CNC? It's okay, human. It's fine. It's not slave labor. It's just, you know, indentured servitude. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Welcome to the Beeling crew. I remember that you're here for with the ghost wives. Oh wow, that was like a long time ago. Ellie, that was so long ago. Okay, it's like, um, it's not indentured servitude. It's not slavery. It's not being a prisoner. It's like being a student in the United States education system. Is that any better? Speaking of cults. Oh my gosh. That's even worse. True. That's kind of like in between slavery and indentured servitude. Just U.S. education system student. Be cult. Okay, I have to read this, guys. We're never gonna do what we meant to do. I'm 1 hour into the stream and I have not read a single fucking story. Oh god. This is an average June stream. Okay. So, here are the things. I live below a cult leader and I fear I've anchored her. And it has an update. This one actually has an update. So that one's kind of cool. And the second one is the whistling man. And so A and or B. A is the cult one and B is the whistling man. Let me pull this. Oh my gosh. Okay. A or hold on. Cult or whistling man? A or B? 1 minute poll. I'll spare you, Ellie. I'll spare you. Just chatting is great. I'm glad that you're enjoying just chatting. I do. That one's for feminists. Maybe another day, Shemi. Maybe another day. Just chatting is fun. I like chatting with you guys. I'm so sorry. Don't apologize. It's a typo. It's not that big of a deal. It's okay. Honestly, I've made worse typos for sure. Oh, I have the cult one winning by 2. Wow. Let me open that up then. Okay. It is perfectly okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so poll is done. It's gonna be the Colts one. Lone whistling fan. Oh, that's okay. We'll come back to it sometime. I got so freaking scared. Why are you scared? Listen, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with a typo every once in a while, and especially a funny typo. Oh, I need my heater on. I am just cold as shit. Hold on. Okay. Whew. All right. Are you guys ready? Okay. So, once again, this is from the Let's Not Meet subreddit. Okay, there we go. Oh, and I guess we can hide this one, right? For now. Hold on. We're not eating for now. We won't eat for a little bit. Um... Vance was a bit surprised that Twitch would censor. I'm not too surprised. Not too surprised. To be honest. I made a character from either Genshin or Star Rail and a model character in my book after them. I like Ayato. he has excellent leadership skills. He likes boba, and he seems very sweet. So, but he doesn't seem very popular compared to the other male ones. I guess it's because he came right after or before Alhaitham. So like everybody was thirsting after Alhaitham. Alhaitham? Is that Alhaitham? Yeah. Ayato is a good boy. He is a good boy. He reminds me a lot of Kanai. And Kanai is like one of my favorites, so he's very kind and very nice when you first meet him. But the more you if you anger him, you have a little wrathful. Alhaitham, got it. Okay. Yeah, I like him quite a bit. And then he is secretly like a little mischievous. That makes sense. Okay. I live below a cult leader, and I fear I've angered her. This was posted a year ago by, well, this is weird 20 on Let's Not Meet. I, female 28, have lived in the same apartment for 4 years. My students in the unit above me are a couple in their 30s who have lived there for about 3 years with no issues between us. During the past 6 months, I've noticed some changes in their behaviors. At first, it was just a few days per week. I'd hear music with heavy bass accompanied by rhythmic jumping. I assumed they bought an exercise bike or something, but sometimes the jumping gets so intense that it shakes my overhead light fixtures. The jumping routine has been escalated to a point that it takes place every day, normally between 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm sorry, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I also noticed that they called 1-800-JUNK and got rid of a lot of nice possessions. However, I figured none of this was my business, so I kept my observations to myself. About 3 weeks ago, everything escalated. Multiple times per week, on weekdays, and during working hours, it sounds like they're hosting a mini Burning Man event in their apartment. The music is so loud and clear that it sounds as if I'm at a concert while sitting in my living room. There's clearly a lot of people involved because the jumping and stomping shakes multiple light fixtures and cabinets. The music is a mixture of new age / spiritual vibes, dance beats, and a male voiceover giving weird instructions like rebrand yourself, surrender yourself, stomp stomp in response. I've taken audio recordings on my phone and one video from the hallway during these events. I still don't complain to the building, but I wanted evidence in case it became a regular thing. This week, I encountered a big problem. The couple above me has a private patio, which is directly above my bedroom. I came home from a 3-day trip out of town yesterday, and my ceiling is legitimately collapsing in one corner. Big chunks of plaster have fallen to the ground, and I saw a little water. I immediately called my superintendent, since I don't want to be buried alive by ceiling rubble if it gives out. When he came to check it out, he was shocked and pissed. He said that the woman in the couple seems to be working with some people, doing workshops or something. He can see their patio from his apartment window and watch the groups do this dancing plus jumping plus dirt rituals out there on a weekly basis. He said they all dance and jump to the music and then spread dirt, along with something else, he doesn't know what it is, across the patio on a weekly basis. He believes that the dirt plus unknown substance combo is getting through the wooden cracks, absorbing water, and weighing down my ceiling. In order to fix the problem, my super said that he had to go and talk to the woman, check out their patio, and ultimately hire a contractor to pull up the wood to scrape out whatever the hell is causing my ceiling to fall. Dirt rituals, yeah. Whatever that is. Dirt. Or ashes from human remains. Okay. I could hear them talking from my room, and the woman sounded distraught and defensive. When my super left, he called me and warned me that she might come down to my apartment and demand to see the damage, but don't let her in. This was a little concerning to me. Is she a threat? The damage is real. I wouldn't mind showing her. She started playing her music again, relatively loud, kind of like a warning shot. I mentioned the music, jumping to the super, and said I had audio recordings. He started begging me to send the evidence to the front office. It sounds like he wants them evicted. I said, okay, sure. I hate to be a rat, but if I had to choose sides, I'll side with the building that dictates my annual rent price. He called me twice more that afternoon to confirm that I shared my evidence, and I said yes. Shortly after everything went down, I left my apartment to run an errand. The woman was outside just standing on the sidewalk and stared at me the whole time as I walked by. I ignored her. This isn't my fault. Now, today, I went to run another quick errand in the neighborhood. When I returned, the couple was again standing on the sidewalk, both of them this time, followed me into the building, and then waited until I opened my apartment door to confront me. They're both wearing creepy fake smiles. The woman has horse girl hair down to her waist, and started interrogating me. They asked, "Is your ceiling really collapsing? When did it start? Do you think it was related to the recent rainfall? Because our patio is just fine." I was a little uncomfortable. Were they waiting for me outside? How did they know I even left the building? Why are they both standing there? I've literally never seen them enter together in their 3 years of living here. But I have nothing to hide, so I confirmed the damage is pretty bad. I just don't want it to fall during the winter. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but hopefully the work will be done quickly for everyone's sake. They seem satisfied enough, so I said have a good day and shut the door. I'm getting the sense that they're nervous about what the contractors will find when they tear open their patio. What the fuck is up with dirt rituals? Who are these people that she's working with? I don't know what they look like or why they're available to stomp around on weekdays. The repair work has started on both sides, but the contractors will come on Wednesday for the grand reveal of what's under the patio that's making my ceiling collapse. Horse girl hair? Yeah, I've never heard of it described that way. Hi, Salary. Hi. Hello. Imagery or Adrian. Hi, how are you? Hello. In the meantime, I feel like I need to be alert and keep my eyes out for those people, as well as the couple. It's unusual for me to see them in general, especially twice in 2 days. They seem scared and in denial of the problem. They also literally ambushed me. Hopefully it's over soon. TLDR, my upstairs neighbors are hosting workshops with intense music, jumping, and dirt rituals. Now my bedroom ceiling is collapsing. It feels like they're watching me and they don't want us to find out what's weighing down my roof. They actually do have audio recordings of what this is. So do you want to listen together? I'm fine, but a bit sad after I finished the game. Didn't expect the story to have a sad turn. Oh, what game were you playing? Unless you told me. And I don't know if you want to tell everyone else, though. Is the thing. Yes, yes, yes? Okay. We're gonna listen to the audio in just a sec. Vice City Stories? Yeah, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna silence my music for a second. Okay. I'm gonna turn it up, okay? Ready? Oh, and she also has photos of her damaged ceiling. FYI. Very weird. Yeah, and if they're like upstairs, Here, I'm gonna go ahead and send the link in the chat so you can check this out yourself if you'd like. Oh, sure. I can try to make it louder. It's at max though currently, but let me see if I can make it louder for you. Here you go. Hmm. Hmm. This is like at 10 in the morning. Yes, it's at like 10 in the morning. It's very weird. Ugh. Okay. So, um, okay, so let's put on the music. If you want to listen to that on your own a little bit or watch that, if what's important to me over there is the damage pictures, because oh my god, like literally, I'm in my Denver apartment again. Lumpkin's having PTSD over there. If you're ever gonna watch the YouTube video, okay, no problem if you need to. I'm gonna do the update though, so just an FYI. Unless you'd like me to wait for a second. If that's the case, I'm taking 3 bites out of my Wingstop. Uh, hmm, Right at the end of the game, they kill your girlfriend. It's kind of sad because they also had a baby daughter. Hmm. I remember that, yeah. It is sad. We haven't talked in a while. I think the last time we talked was when I did your tarot, which is exactly a week ago. Okay, you have 2 more bites, Ellie. Mm-hmm. It is very weird. It's very, very weird. Now I'm wondering what to play next. Oh, I mean, are you more of a solo player? Like a solo game player, I should say. Didn't know you played these Forgotten S games. Yeah, I mean, you have to understand. I'm old, so I have played a lot of games that a lot of people have kind of forgotten. Frankly, you know, I'm only playing on my phone though. I don't have a PC. Trying to think of any other good games. Um, on phone. Hmm. Yeah, I'm. That's the thing. I don't really play games on mobile too much. I can emulate up to 3DS. Ooh, really? Hmm. There are a lot of games then. 3DS 3DS has great games. I'm trying to think of one. Do you like Rune Factory? I like Rune Factory. I'm trying to think of 3DS games. Like Phoenix Wright. Like mystery games. Um Let me think. PSP and yeah, 3DS, yeah. I see. Um yeah, there are a lot of really good games. I did play Trial and Tribulation. Oh yeah, I see. Well did you do the other one? Oh god, what was his name? Apollo Justice? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, like he's the predecessor. I need something to give me a dopamine rush because I played way too many games. A dopamine rush. Visual novels ain't my thing anymore. I see. Let me see. Uh, I'm trying to think of some good ones. Oh, you know what? Monster Hunter? Do you like Monster Hunter? Rune Factory, like I said, Rune Factory is a good one. Um, Fire Emblem Awakening, though that's less of a rush, really. Um, Let me look on here. Yeah, I mean, I would say the fast-paced games would definitely be Monster Hunter for me. Golden Sun. I'm gonna tell Generations 1 to 5. Oh, okay. That's all I play. Okay, never mind then. Golden Sun. Golden Sun, yeah. I guess you could do Golden Sun, yeah. There's two of the Golden Sun games too, so. It says Kid Icarus, Uprising, um, Senran Kagura, uh, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. I've never played it, but it's recommended. Yeah. Rune Factory, like I said, Hyrule Warriors apparently. Tales of the Abyss. Yeah, and Tales of the Abyss apparently is an action RPG, so fast pace and button mashing when playing hard mode. What's Golden Sun and Rune Factory? Rune Factory is like it's like Harvest Moon where like you can plant stuff and like be a farmer, but there's a massive RPG dungeon system in the game as well as like a social system, which is kind of cool. I would say because people always compare Stardew Valley to Harvest Moon, I actually consider Stardew Valley closer to Rune Factory. Hyrule Warriors had to play, yeah. Golden Sun is more an RPG. It's a JRPG. 700 hours in Stardew Valley burnt out. I mean, yeah, it's I have long. It's a very different game from Stardew Valley, but conceptually, where it's about both farming and um, both farming and dungeon crawling, then yeah. Make sure I have enough rest. Oh my gosh, another raid. Hello, how are you, Jaden? Welcome raiders. Hopefully you had a really fun time over at Jaden's channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you do not know who I am, oh, a posture check and a stretch from Silver. Ugh. Thank you. Emergency raid. Ooh, well, what were you playing, Jaden? What was your favorite part of Jaden's stream, Raiders? If you don't know who I am, my name is QBJun. You may call me QB, you may call me June. It's up to you, totally up to you. I compare to choosing your Hogwarts house. There's good people on both sides, even though they argue. Um, and I'm a variety streamer, so I play a lot of different games. Like I played a Project Zomboid on Sunday, but I also do things like this where I talk to my chat and I read spooky stories for Halloween, and I craft and listen to true crime podcasts at the same time. I do a lot of things. Finding of Isaac, I gotta pick up a friend because oh no, Jaden. Okay, well go in. Make sure you do that, but also take care of yourself because I know um you just finished streaming. So take care of yourself. Get something to eat, or something to drink before you leave, or bring it with you. Okay, and get some rest. My favorite part of Jaden's stream was talking about how CN is popular to Nick and Cartoon Network is superior to Nick and Disney. I would definitely agree. I also agree. Okay. We need to do an update on this. I'm sorry, guys. So, FYI, let me just do the TLDR for people who just got in. We are reading spooky stories off of Let's Not Meet. Jaden, if you feel like you can listen in while you're driving if you want. But the TLDR for this is the OP's upstairs neighbors are hosting what they quote unquote are workshops with intense music, jumping, and dirt rituals. And now OP's bedroom ceiling is collapsing and it feels like they're kind of stalking, watching her, and they don't want, as if like they don't want them, like the building managers and her and the construction crew, to find out what's weighing down her ceiling that's making it like collapse. I mean, it's probably all the jumping and the stomping, but okay, so update. The contractors came today and reported that there was, in fact, dirt and sludge visible below the neighbor's patio. However, thanks to the help of my internet sleuthing friend, I gained a lot more insight into the realm that dwells above me. As one Redditor suggested, nice work, my neighbor is affiliated with multiple ecstatic dance communities, both international and local. The international group has planned events, which all cells of the organization host dance sessions simultaneously. It also has a YouTube channel that streams psy-trance music 24/7. I listened to a portion of it, and a female voiceover declared, "You are becoming the game master." What the fuck? Meanwhile, the local groups seem to be more exclusive and more radical in their mindset. One of the local groups, hosted by my neighbor's good friend, conducts 3-day events that cost upwards of $400 for admission. Participation in all 3 days is mandatory. I get the impression they all sleep in the studio space, and the event description mentions that it begins with a ritual. The last and darkest affliction that I've confirmed via social media footprints is that my neighbor, and few members of the local communities are also involved with some compassionate death groups. There's no way for me to verify at this time if these affiliations overlap in a meaningful way, so I'll simply state the facts I have evidence to prove. My super asked me about the jumping again when I saw him today. He remains eager to act. He agreed with my new game plan to wait for another large event to happen and then call him to check out my dishwasher so he can intervene. So, for now, the ways in which the puzzle pieces of ecstatic dance, compassionate death, patio dirt rituals, and ceiling collapse connect will remain a mystery. So, I got to sleep. Love y'all. Oh, well, thank you for stopping by, Ellie. It was so nice to be able to see you. I know you're almost there to Praise Kink, but have a wonderful day. I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job, and I will see you next time, okay? I played too many games in my life. I burnt out on a lot of stuff. That's fair. I mean, that's why I try to kind of um I try to monitor and do different things every once in a while, so I don't get burnt out too much. But at the same time, I know that for you, it was kind of your job, so it's hard not to feel that way. I feel like it's hard to like not feel kind of burnt out every once in a while. Compassionate death groups? Yes, apparently. Okay, so I do have um I do have an update, and it's a large, long update. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of water. Okay, so update. For those who are familiar with my unsettling neighborly encounters, I have a mix of both terrifying and somewhat encouraging updates to share. On Monday, my super came to replaster my bedroom ceiling. First, he said that my neighbor told the contractors she has a lot of plants because she makes bush medicines. She also told him that dancing is a part of her professional practice as a healer for people who are in bereavement after the loss of a loved one. So my friend and I weren't far off when we meet the connection between her ecstatic dance and compassionate death afflictions. I showed him new cracks in my living room ceiling that were growing in size and number by the day. He told me to send videos of the cracks to building management, but management suggested I start with a handwritten note by their door explaining how their behaviors are wreaking havoc on my life. Since the super, in other words, they told her solve your own issue, even though it's can be kind of dangerous to do so, but whatever. Since the super was working in my apartment, that my neighbor was actively bumping music plus jumping, I wrote a note in which I requested she reduce the volume of her music and be mindful of the intensity of her activities. I explained that the jumping or dancing was causing significant new cracks in my living room ceiling, and I offered her to speak with me directly if needed. While I was reluctant to suggest this, I knew that she might try another stalking trick if I didn't give her the option up front. So I sent the note. After, oh, hi Erie, how are you? There are a lot of words and phrases being tossed out here. I know, right? How are you? Can I have a, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Can I have both um a shout out for Jaden, Scorpy, and Erie? Please, 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 please. Doing good, recovering from. Yes, I was gonna ask you, how are you? Is she reading us a Reddit story? I am. I'm reading a Let's Not Meet story. Thank you, thank you, Shami. Thank you. Yeah, I really do hope you're feeling better as well. Yeah, we had so much fun on Monday, by the way. Lacking in playing Project Zomboid. um. So I sent the note. After 90 minutes, my super said that he had to leave for an hour while the plaster dried, but he would be back soon. Of course, my neighbor chooses chose the end of this time frame to come down when I was alone. When I open the door, she again has the fakest, biggest smile and says, "Hi," and then waved the note. "First of all," she said, "I want to thank you for your open communication. That is so important and so rare in our city." Fake flattery. She admits that she dances, which she has to do for her mental health. But she claims she only dances in the mornings for 30 to 60 minutes, slash 90 minutes max. I knew she was lying, so I said that her actions are affecting my mental health. She followed up with a range of excuses, including that they have been in the process of rearranging furniture, unpacking boxes, and they sometimes watch movies in the evening with their loudspeakers. I showed her the cracks that were immediately visible from the doorway area. She pointed to one and said, "See, we used to have one table over there, but now we have two due to the furniture rearranging. So maybe that's the reason. We also have cracks in our ceiling, and we all have to share this space." I asked about hosting any large events in the past month, which she flat out denied. She briefly mentioned that she does sessions, but doesn't elaborate further. I found the following suggestion, I later realized, was entrapment. My neighbor said that she would give me her phone number, go upstairs, lower the volume, then I should text her to know if I could still hear it. Thankfully, my super came back while she was in the process of sharing her contact info. She immediately tensed up, quickly gave the number, and then scurried off. As she passed my super, she randomly blurted out, "We're best friends now," referring to me and her. Here's first video. Yeah, that house was hella stacked. Yeah, I mean, oh, this, oh yeah, that house was great. We need to go back there soon. Howdy, hi Bunny, hi Bunny, how are you? I too listen to techno at 10 a.m. movie. My super and I are both very aware of the antics, so of course he didn't buy that manipulation tactic. I texted her that I couldn't hear the music now, to which she responded, "So glad to hear that. Thanks again for opening a line of communication. I'm always happy to chat. Hope you have a lovely day." Prayer hands and a heart emoji. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing well. I talked a lot and wasted a lot of time not reading my stories. But I thought it was fine. It'll be fine. I had a lot of fun just chatting with everyone anyway. But hopefully your Wednesday has been going well. Not a waste of time. I think Wumpkin just likes me talking. Wumpkin's here to vibe. He's always just here to vibe. In retrospect, I think she wasn't playing the music at all. I also felt like our conversation was riddled with gaslighting, misdirecting, and flat out lies. I was somewhat confused, but I know what I've been experiencing and have plenty of evidence to prove it. Chatting isn't a waste. Yeah, it's not a waste. It's just that I have so many stories to get through. Within hours of our conversation, my neighbor started up the loud music plus dancing as if nothing happened. I was furious. I took new audio recordings and immediately emailed building management with my new evidence, footage of the cracked ceilings, along with a photo of my note. I explained that my neighbor was kind, though somewhat misleading, and expressed interest in accommodating my request. I also said that her behaviors were continuing as normal, despite the false claims that she would take my experiences into account. The building manager said to keep her updated, but it was clear she assumed the situation would resolve on its own. Of course she would. What the fuck? Nope. My neighbor continued with the incessant bass-heavy music, plus jumping shenanigans the next day and the day after. I continued to document everything. On Wednesday evening, I went out for a quick errand and again was a victim of the stalking tricks. She ran into me as I was entering the building, waited until I passed her on the stairwell, and then spoke up. She acknowledged that I've probably still been hearing her activities the past couple of days and that I will continue to hear them for the next few days, all due to arranging furniture. She said that the coffee table had been sold that day. Not true. I was working in my living room all day and would have heard such a commotion in the stairwell. I said yes, I've been hearing her loud and clear. Shortly after this in person encounter, my neighbor went to host a party. I heard people in the stairwell who seemed unfamiliar with whose apartment they were even visiting, and one guest introduced her as a friend of someone else. While the music was much lower, the group began running back and forth overhead. Hearing these strange activities without the music was somewhat creepier than with the music. I took more recordings and then retreated to my bedroom. But of course, the group decided to migrate to their patio right above my head again. By 10:30 p.m., I had had enough. They were no longer dancing, but the group's chatter, along with ethereal music, a female soprano singing vocalizations, was too much. I sent her a text. I explained that I understand she has every right to host guests in her space, but I was perturbed by the way she'd said to my face that any excessive noise I might hear in the coming days was from rearranging furniture. I said I could hear music and conversations very clearly as the noise filters through my AC unit. I also said to please let me know if they will be hosting events in the future so I'm not caught off guard. While my neighbor didn't respond that night, within minutes of me sending the message, the group began to sing the happy birthday song in the most somber way I've ever heard it sung. I was able to record the second half of it. They sang in monotone. There was no clapping, cheering, or standard signs of merriment that occur after singing the song. The following afternoon, my neighbor sent me a wall of text, in which she continued to lie. She said that the gathering was very small, only 4 friends, as it didn't even cross her mind to let me know when she saw me earlier. She also said it was the first time they hosted more than 2 people over this entire year. I honestly had to laugh at that. She said she first saw my text, they lowered the music volume and told the friends to quiet down. So she admitted that she saw my text but made no mention of any birthday affair. As for the furniture rearranging, she explained that it was part of a longer term project. Smiley. And added more lies, like how they just received a dining room table and bookshelf they've been waiting on for 8 months. Not only would I have seen large packages in the stairwell, but why also share such irrelevant information if being truthful? Finally, my neighbor said that they'll be hosting 2 more events next week. Another small gathering of 4 friends next Wednesday in honor of her partner's birthday, and a larger gathering on Friday, again for his birthday. Like I said, she made no mention of singing happy birthday the night before. Who would host 3 birthday parties over 2 weeks? It was all false. She followed up 5 minutes later with a second text that explained she was late to respond because she's been in back-to-back sessions. So I had finally written evidence of her talking about these sessions. I didn't respond to the text. I refused to engage her or her partner any further. They continued to play music and stomp around that evening, but I had my BF and my friend over who heard everything and validated to me that all of it is absolutely maddening. On Friday, I finally called my building manager to explain everything. She needed to understand that something very strange and potentially dangerous is going on above me. Thankfully, I was finally believed. It turns out my building had no idea that she was running some form of business and hosting group events. I thought they at least had a vague awareness. The building manager said they would get the attorney involved ASAP to review their lease contract and pursue action. She asked for all my evidence, including written communications, a personal written account of verbal communications, audio recordings, footage of my ceiling damage. I've been taking videos of the ceiling cracks over the past few weeks to demonstrate how quickly they're growing. I made a Google folder that divided each category, dated each piece of evidence, and sent. OP's kind of much, too. Not gonna lie. I would have innocently been like, oh, whose birthday was it last night? I was so relieved. I felt like some form of action was finally in motion. I assumed the building attorney was working on the case against them over the weekend, so I ignored their relentless music plus jumping. They're definitely thorough. They are definitely thorough, yeah. But today, Sunday, my neighbors have been hosting yet another gathering since 11:30 a.m. I've been hearing heavy bass, sporadic jumping, and chatting in their patio for going on 7.5 hours now. While I continued to collect my evidence, I decided to wait until tomorrow to check in with management. Around 5 p.m., I was quietly sitting on my couch when out of nowhere, I heard the door open from above. Someone jogged down and then pound on my door. I didn't move a muscle. The person on the other side waited for a minute. I thought I heard keys jingling, and then they slowly retreated back upstairs and shut the door again. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on now. The music plus jumping increased after the knocking incident. Maybe they were testing if I was home, but I'm rattled by now. I'm feeling watched when I'm just minding my own business. At the same time, I want to keep laying low to protect myself. I saw very little information about this group. They're clearly escalating, 3 events planned within 1 week, despite added pressure from everyone around them. In the meantime, I edited a new video with my recent recordings, including the creepiest happy birthday of all time, footage of the living room ceiling damage, audio recordings from the gatherings, and whenever my neighbors succeeded in making contact or I'm notified about a solid solution, I will update this post. Please don't comment with remind me, blah blah blah. So here are the new audios and new ceiling damage. Um okay. This shall we? I don't blame her for trying to get as much evidence as possible. I think it was the fact that like she sorted everything into different files and stuff like that. That was a bit much, I think. Let me let me now if my ceiling was damaged I'd go ham. Yeah, me too. Let me turn this up for you. And let's listen to this. I hear it. I do hear like running, like people running across. Ooh, you hear it? Oh yeah, for sure. It's louder in person. Hmm. How do you feel about it? I feel like it's a little creepy, but honestly, I can, like, based upon what I've heard from the happy birthday, I can hear 4 people singing that. It doesn't sound like more than 4 people, to be honest. Dude, if someone was doing this to me, I'd print and laminate that shit. Yeah, I know, I know. Did not like that. Yeah, honestly, the only creepier happy birthday I've heard is from Amanda the Adventurer. Not gonna lie. If anybody has heard or played or watched that game before. And it's the birthday cake part. I can actually find it. Hold on. But I mean, that's in a video game, so obviously that's doctored for that reason. But um, let me try to find it. Happy birthday, Anna the Adventurer. A horror game at that. Yeah, it's supposed to. Here, see if I can. It's fine. Hold up. Getting there. Hold on. Trying to find it. Oh, yeah. Actually, I found it. Yep, it's right there. It's towards the beginning. Okay. I'll let you hear it. It was creepy. Dead ass similar energy. Honestly, yeah. Are there ceiling pics? Yes. Oh my god, that scared me. Sorry for us. Was it scary? I'm sorry. Sorry, hold on. Let me. No. Oh my gosh. Let me go to the first one. Just chilling and lurking that played out of nowhere. Sorry for I'm trying to find it, but the original I posted here it is. This is the original one. The link from the original article. And that one has pictures of the ceiling damage. Also, hi Burra, how are you? Hopefully you've been doing well. It should be pretty early for you, huh? Hmm. That's huge. What's huge? The ceiling damage? Yeah, lots of ceiling damage. So this was posted, like I said, this was posted about a year ago. I don't I don't see that there's any more updates, unfortunately. Yeah, the ceiling damage, there's a lot of ceiling damage. Like a lot. But okay. So that's the end of that one. This poor woman has cultists that live above her and they're stalking her and not allowing her to live. Not great. Not gonna say not great. Okay, so we're gonna do another poll between two stories. I'm gonna check this one. This one should not be. This was like 3 years ago, but let me see about this one. Okay. Oh God. That's terrifying. These are both pretty short as well. The last one that we had was kind of long. So, her not updating after that is not a good sign. Yeah, I have no idea. A or B. And the first one is I accidentally discovered an online shrine. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, I'll just do I accidentally. And I accidentally discovered an online shrine. And the second one is man in forest kills animals and chases after me while ringing bells in the dark. Speaking of, you know, that. Poll is up. I will give you 1 whole minute. I hope it's just because she finally moved. I agree. Hopefully it's because she decided to move and not because she had to deal with all this bullshit. Oh, that's a great thing about having a clear cup. That my camera can still tell that I'm here. Some more water. Pulls up for another 15 more seconds. Dinner complete. Well, Ducky, you know what that means. Picture. Okay, so I accidentally discovered an online shrine. No problem. Let's go. Photo in Discord naturally. She's already on it. I don't even have to ask. Alright, let me take a bite. If you want to see Ducky's amazing food creations, please join our Discord. She is an amazing cook. You'll not be disappointed. Oh my god, that looks so fucking good. Oh my god, that looks so good. Oh, Wolfie actually joined us. I had no idea. And Ozzy joined us. Wow, what a party. Hello? Thank you for joining, you guys. We do talk about some cursed shit, so beware. I have extra. Come grab some. Of course. LOL, hi. Hello, I'm known as the Fact Man to many excuse me, small VTuber streamers. Welcome, Fact Man. Please enjoy your stay. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Sorry, the mango habanero, I think it had a it had a seed and it like went down the wrong side of my throat. The facts though when asked, or the chat gets boring. Well, thank you for being so considerate, Fact Man. Oh god, Jim, be careful. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh god, it's in my throat. Yes, I would like a fact. I would love a fact. If you can give me a fact that falls within TOS, I would love that. Okay. Well, Fact Man decides to give Kyla's appropriate fact, yeah. Decides to give us a fact. I'll go ahead and read our news story. I accidentally discovered an online shrine. What? Damn, they were like, we gotta carve these babies out this bitch. Let's go. Mustard fact or bee fact? Oh, interesting. Alright, you get your facts. I'll give you your story. I recently received a friend request that reminded me of this story, so I'm going to share it here. This happened after I went to university, so I was 18. I made an effort to make friends after I moved into campus, and ended up with a few groups to hang out with, including a new girlfriend, and plenty of people from my classes that I liked well enough. There was this one class before lunch where it was traditional for people to go to the cafeteria afterwards to eat in pairs or threes. I wasn't very discerning about who I'd have lunch with, because I got on fine with most people from the class, and we were all trying to make an effort to be social. So when I asked one girl, Lily, So when one girl, Lily, asked if I wanted to eat lunch together after class, I didn't have any reason not to go. We talked about school and that kind of thing. Nothing noteworthy, but she did ask me to get lunch with her again the next week. It became a pattern, and there wasn't exactly a way to start saying no suddenly. It was fine, but it did mean I lost a chance to eat lunch with anyone else on those days. In hindsight, I suppose that was the point. One day in class, I asked someone if I could add them on social media. This happened in front of Lily. I saw her face jerk towards me from a couple of seats over. It was such a sharp reaction that it was hard to ignore, and I still remember it. By the time I got home later that day, Lily had sent me a friend request. No friends in common. Didn't know how she knew my last name. I was a bit surprised, but I guess she just dug through the university's social media pages and found me through there. It gave me a bad feeling, but surely it was fine? Listen, for someone who literally just got lost for an entire hour because I didn't listen to my bad feeling, my gut instinct, don't do it, my dude, don't do it. Honeybee's penis will explode after having an orgasm and people can hear it. Your Highnesses, do you provide good health insurance to your male subjects? We don't have health insurance here. We do have cock rings. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Don't oh, fuck. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so remember how we were reading this? Don't clip it. Oh my god. Okay. She ended up messaging me a lot and commenting on anything I posted. I told myself that she was just awkward and we became friends, if not close. I'd known worse people. She always got me to go and eat lunch with her after our one shared class. Other than that, we rarely spent time together in person. I saw her around sometimes, but I never went out of my way to hang out with her. So it was mostly online messaging and seeing each other in group settings. Coincidentally, my girlfriend was also called Lily. It was something that clearly bothered Lily, not my girlfriend, who couldn't have found it less interesting. It's a common name. She occasionally hinted that she wanted my girlfriend to pick a different name, or joked about her not suiting it. She clearly didn't like my girlfriend at all, and I had an idea of why. It was hard to ignore by this point. Lily was starting to unsubtly hint that she had a crush on me. I tried not to address it, because what was I gonna say? I never known what to do when a friend makes a pass at me. I was also not interested in the least. Even ignoring the weird stuff she pulled, Lily was just not my type at all. She tended to act and dress in a way somewhere between a 50s housewife and one of those adults who are still obsessed with Disney princesses, if you can picture that. I actually know exactly the type of person. B-lore goes to... No, don't wake Ellie up, please, Ducky. Something getting to stop. Even the size of the blue whale penis being 8 foot long. What was I gonna say? How about, I'm sorry, I really value you as a friend, but I'm not into you romantically. True. That's all I gotta say. Things took an uncomfortable turn on the day of our last shared class of the year. Instead of asking me to lunch like she usually did, Lily asked if I could go on a walk with her. Again, I didn't exactly know how to refuse, so I said, alright, this man needs to know how to say no. He needs to be taught how to say no. Stop being a yes man, okay? Thank you for following Fact Man. Is that okay for your name? Do I call you Lolhi? Lolhi? Lahi? Bro has no backbone. True. I mean, can you imagine being his girlfriend and seeing all this happen and him being like, I'm so uncomfortable? I would have been like, bitch, you dug your fucking grave. Like, you made your bed. Now lay in it. Also, I'm breaking up with you. I keep hearing fat. No. 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 Not fat man. Fact man. That's what I'm normally called. LOL. Oh, lol he by my friends. Okay. Lol he? Okay. You dare disrespect me. She broke up with me and I don't like confrontation, so I just took it. True. I like how we're just dumping on Opie at this point. um Again, I didn't know exactly how to refuse, so I said alright. Our campus was bordered by a large patch of woodland. Lily led me into the woods, and the sounds of our fellow students slowly faded away. She sat down on a log, and I joined her. She started talking about how she was going to miss me over the summer. I tried placating her, but I didn't want to be there. Especially because she seemed almost at the verge of tears. I think I tried to make an excuse about having plans with my girlfriend, but before I could leave, Lily chose to kiss me without warning. It was uncomfortable to say the least. I got out of there and was happy to think I would not see her for a while. I came back to university after the summer, moving into a house with my friends. Without going off topic, there were some serious issues in my friend group. A lot of petty arguing and worse. I broke up with my girlfriend around the start of that school year as well. And basically, the whole mess made me recontextualize things with Lily because it suddenly didn't seem as bad. No. Okay. Sorry, my gut just I just Demo. Hi, how are you? It has been such a long time since I've spoken to you. You did live. Welcome. Hopefully you're not a bitch boy like this this guy, Demo. Sorry. You probably aren't. You're very straightforward, so I doubt it. My mom got COVID. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your mom got COVID. Hopefully she feels better soon. That's how you welcome someone back. Welcome back. Hope you're not a bitch boy like this guy. I know. 2 weeks. I get it. Gotta do that quarantine. It sucks. I know. Hopefully, with enough games and enough busyness, that it'll feel pretty fast. Hopefully, right? Fuck quarantine. I know it sucks at first. I get it. You can do some home gym stuff. Hopefully. I'm a sprinkle. Demo. Stop it. I'm reading this. I'm ignoring you. Okay. Okay, I came back to right. That said, I didn't want to be alone with her. We mostly talked online, and she was constantly messaging me after all. One upside of everything was that I started dating a boy. Oh, we said gay rights out here. We said buys win, as usual. Lily was not pleased to hear that news. I think she hoped to sneak in after I broke up with my girlfriend, but as I said before, that was never going to happen. There wasn't a big gap between my breakup and this new relationship, so she must have thought she missed her chance to be with me. This is where the story gets bad. At this time, I was fairly active on Tumblr. I occasionally talked about my life, and mostly reblogged photos and stuff. I was on there one day when something odd happened. One of the blogs I followed had received an ask with some phrases I recognized. It took a second to register that it was taken from my about page. That made me freeze. I read the message properly. Someone was asking this completely random person to analyze a section of text from my page, asking for their opinion on the type of person who would write it. I cannot stress how messed up it was to see people talking about me like I was a character in a book that they were trying to study. The reply was basically, I don't know. Sorry. But the important thing was the question hadn't been anonymous. It was linked to someone's blog. Obviously, I wanted to know who would take such a bizarre interest in me. As far as I knew, no one in real life, other than my boyfriend, knew about my page. Well, no prizes for guessing who was behind it. What I found was like a shrine. She was using a fake name, but I recognized Lily all over that thing. It was cutesy, pink, and red. It was this cutesy pink and red page. There were a few posts about her own interests, but most of the content was focused on our primary interest, me. Most of the posts were about me. There were accounts of things I'd done recently. He told me about such and such. He went to a nightclub recently, etc. As well as references to things from as far back as I'd known her. It was clear that she was keeping tabs on me, both online and offline, gathering up every scrap of information she could about my life and hoarding it here in her collection. She talked about us eating lunch together and how special our dates had been to her, as if it was anything more than acquaintances getting food after class. She talked about the time she had forcibly kissed me in the woods, but she wrote it as if it had been mutual. She quoted lyrics from my favorite song and talked about how she'd always be there for me, no matter who else came into my life. Lots of references to loving me just the way he is, which answered another mystery about an anonymous love letter I received earlier that year with the same wording. It got worse. There were a lot of posts about my boyfriend as well. These weren't so nice. They got vicious, talking about how he didn't deserve me, he didn't know what he had. If she was with me, she'd be jealous of anyone who came near me. So my boyfriend not being a jealous person meant that he didn't love me. It was angry and hateful. I didn't like to think about the sort of person who would write so obsessively, being fixated on me. One thing that didn't make sense at first was that the blog was also made plenty of references to Lily's best friend, Stephen. She had never mentioned this person to me. Her post talked a lot about Stephen and how great a friend he was, how much fun they had together, how he looked out for her, etc. I was trying to work out whether or not this was an online friend, when one specific post made it all click. She had posted a photo and captioned it, "Stephen sent this to me. He knew I would like it and love it," or something like it. The problem was, the photo was taken from my own page. I hadn't sent it to her. She took it from my page and then claimed this fictional best friend of hers shared it with her, because in her head, she had split me into two people. In her messed up fantasy life, I was both the perfect best friend who was always looking out for her, and her soulmate who was bound to end up with her when I finally got over my sweet and kind boyfriend. All the other easy girls I hung out with that she made dozens of posts complaining about. Who was she complaining to? Oh, Lily had an audience. She asked open questions about me and her relationship with me and got messages back from her followers. People who took what she said at face value. I saw a bunch of random people agreeing with the stalker that my boyfriend didn't deserve me, and we were bound to break up soon so I could be with Lily. The person I was clearly supposed to be with. She had this fake fan fiction version of my life set up for anyone to share their opinion on, and she'd made herself out to be a hero of all of it. I went maybe a month back into this page's history. I did not look at anything that was there. It was too much. So I wasn't sure how long this had been going on for. I sent Lily a message confronting her about the blog. She said nothing. I cannot stress how weird it was to have found pages and pages dedicated to me, with her talking about how she was in love with me and would make sure that we'd end up together, slamming my boyfriend, building a fantasy life with two different versions of me in it that she clearly believed to be real, then acting like it hadn't happened. She said nothing. She didn't address it, she didn't change the subject, even after I pushed. It was like she hadn't registered what I said. I'd never seen anything else like it. Oh, this is a Gab situation. Yeah. Sounds about Tumblr, right? Oh, thank you, Demo. Thank you. Thank you for the lurk. Megane? Oh, you know what? I think I can do Megane. I think I have that asset. Hold on. Sorry to see. You have to see my. There you go. Oh, no. My cloak. There we go. Ah, I see. 1 second. I fucked up. You have to see my my VTube studio. There we are. That's better. Megane. Yes, very, very Gab. I agree. She deleted the page, of course, or at least changed the name and hid it, so I never found it again. It wasn't the end, though. I wasn't going to hang out with her anymore, but we were still shoved together in classes, and she'd started to actually scare me with what she would might do next. I'm kind of a paranoid person. Knowing knowing someone was obsessively keeping track for me uh, for for who knows how long freaked me out. The next thing she pulled was trying to seduce my boyfriend. It was a completely and absolutely useless attempt that only made him uncomfortable. He told me about it right away. What was her plan there? Did she hope to tell me he cheated and waited for me to break up with him? Why would I want her after that? When that didn't work out for her, she tried hitting on three of my other friends. None of them took the bait. She ended up dating one of my former housemates for a while, but made sure to send me messages while they were together, letting me know that she'd rather be with me. No thanks. Lily made sure to stay in my life the whole time I was at university. There was a time when I tried to pull away from her, and she ended up starting rumors about me and damaging a career opportunity I put a lot of work into. I don't know what else she did behind my back, but it made me realize it was safer to let her think she was part of my life while ignoring her, rather than doing something that would cause her to get angry. After I graduated, Lily still wanted to spend time together, but I knew I didn't have to now. I made excuses about work and barely talked to her after that point. I almost entirely stopped posting on social media that I knew she knew about. Of course, she didn't give up that easily. She tried to start conversations, asked me to meet up with her, attempts I usually ignored. I didn't like to think that she was still tracking me online, but she probably was. I don't know how, but she would occasionally reference things I mentioned online somewhere she shouldn't have known about. It's cute that you have your eyes closed while adjusting your glasses, like putting on real glasses. Yeah. Make him jealous. Yeah, that's basically what she was doing. I'm back. I had to check the amethyst buds in my one block world. Oh, I see. You were playing some Minecraft or something? I see. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. The last time we had a real conversation, she sent a message out of nowhere. We hadn't spoken at all in months, and we hadn't talked about anything serious in much longer than that. Thinking about that conversation still makes my skin crawl, but I'll summarize what happened. At first, she asked me some questions about how long I had known I was queer. I told her some basic stuff, the kind of thing I'd tell anyone who asked. Then she changed the subject. She started talking about how would I feel about her if I were a boy, but wanting to be a boy for me. I'm just pissed now. I'm just annoyed. The messages quickly became fetishistic. She went into plenty of details about fantasies she had of the two of us. Again, we were not friends at this point. We had never been especially close, at least not from my perspective. We had barely spoken for years. I can't imagine sending messages like that to even a close friend, let alone someone who barely knows you. I tried telling her to not pull this crap with me, but she decided to change tactics. She sent photos of herself, followed by a bunch of messages, maybe 4 or 5 a minute, way too fast for me to reply before the next one arrived. Basically quoting back what I told her about myself and my past earlier. She was telling me these things as if they were happening to her. She was role playing as me. The worst part was that she seemed to believe it was real, that those things actually happened to her, even when she was quoting me word for word. Things I had told her only hours before were now her life. It was like she was trying to absorb my history, to take it over, to make my life part of her. Yeah, I didn't talk to her again after that. I ignored future attempts she made to talk to me, and eventually silently deleted her from the inactive social media, which was her only real way of contacting me. I really thought that she would finally move on. A few days ago, she sent me a friend request. It's sitting there unanswered, because I know if I delete it, she'll only send another one. Lily and I met nearly 12 years ago. The story is just the highlights, and even then, it's only the stuff I know about for sure. A lot happened behind my back. I know it did. So, a girl who spent 12 years obsessing over me, fetishizing me, stalking me, and harassing me. Let's not meet again. The fantasy life you built for the two of us in your head is the only place you'll be seeing me anytime soon. Hey, yeah, that's fucking weird. This chick needs therapy, not even being funny. Sounds like OCD or something. Yeah, like literally obsessive. Like she needed to like yeah. I'm back from food. Welcome back. Welcome back. My Twitch just dropped. I missed it. What'd you miss? Do you want me to TLDR some stuff? Oh, it's so weird. The last part is probably the weirdest part. I would consider that the weirdest part. Burner sticky trap. Burner glue trap. Yuck. That after he confronted her with me and she didn't respond. Oh, okay, okay. Including the echo chamber. Yeah, I agree. So basically, mm, he started to he graduated, and at that point, because they didn't share any classes anymore, he was like, well, there's no reason for me to actually talk to you anymore, right? So he starts drifting away from her, and she tries to like get into his good graces. Like she keeps like she's like jealous as well, where like she's trying to seduce her boyfriend. I'm sorry, seduce his boyfriend. She's trying to seduce his housemates and like his friends and stuff, which doesn't work except for one housemate. And when she's in this relationship with the housemate, she's literally texting him being like, "Oh, I'm in this relationship with so and so, but I would rather be in a relationship with you." And it's just like, girl, stop. and then eventually when they graduate and stuff like that, he gives excuses like, "Hey, like I'm working right now. I really can't talk. I'm really busy." And he kind of fades off of social media because like she's been tracking his life that way. And it had been months. Um it had been a couple months, a few months since they talked when she out of the blue messages him and she's like, "Hey, so like I'm in love with you and I want to be in a relationship with you and stuff like that." And he's like, "Listen, I'm not interested in you." Oh, no, no, no. What was worse? She goes, "How long have you known that you were queer?" And he's like, "Well, he basically gave her like kind of generic statements that he would give anyone else, right?" And then she basically says, "Well, how would you feel if I were a boy? Would you love me then? Like, I'll be a boy for you." Which like makes me so mad. Like It makes me so mad for the trans community. Like it does not. That's not how that works. You don't decide to be, you don't decide to change your gender or your sex just just because of another, just because of a person, and not because you want to. I don't know. That's just annoying. Would you love me if I were a worm? I know it gives those vibes. Um. Okay. So then afterwards, he's like, "Well, stop. Like, fucking just stop it, right?" Um. I would love you if you were a worm, Nezu. Don't worry. It really does give those vibes. Yes. 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 Um. She sent photos of herself. Yeah, she sent photos of herself, and then like every once in a while, she would basically quote things that he put on his social media about things that he was doing. And as it was like if she were trying to be him by doing those things. Like for example, it would be a picture of OP swimming in a pool, and then she would take a picture of her swimming in a pool instead, and then put basically what he had said in his social media underneath the photo of her swimming. So they OP was like she was role playing as him, and she seemed to believe it was real. Like those things actually happened to her, even if she was just quoting him. So it's just fucking weird, man. She needs help. She needs serious help. Honestly, fuck. But okay, so that was I accidentally discovered an online shrine. And that shrine was for him. That that's so creepy. That's so weird. Okay. I feel bad for the placeholder people she dated too. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like she only dated one placeholder person. Um, and even then, that's still cringe. Like, I always feel bad for people who are rebounds for other people. Like that sucks for that person because they genuinely may love you, and you're just like, I only love you because of the circumstances, and it's just like, ugh, ouch, ugh, that sucks. That sucks, and that's not a genuine relationship. I mean, you could grow to learn that person, I suppose, but it's the intentions when you go into a relationship like that. It's hard as that person to kind of get over the fact that your significant other decided to, be in a relationship with you because of, you're a rebound. So anyway, next story. Let's see. Ooh, this one's for the anime, the anime nerds out there. Epic. Okay, I see. This one's not too bad. How about this one? This one's also not too bad. Okay. 10. I got to watch the water or something because it keeps dropping. Thanks for trying. You say, yeah, 10 o'clock. Weebs, gross. Yeah. Okay, so the first one here is called... It's called Chainsaw Man. So, so any weebs out there. And then the second one is my friend claimed she was a witch. So let's just do my friend a witch. The full title is my friend claims she was a witch, tried to kill her parents. So here you go. Poll has started. I've got to watch the VOD or something because it keeps dropping. Thanks for trying. I don't understand why I changed my words like this. Oh, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I I don't know why it's doing that either, to be honest. Um, anyone else have issues as well, by the way? Just curious. If you had like droppage, don't worry about it. Oh, me, yeah, you're definitely free to check out the VOD. I will also post the originals in my Discord. No, sorry. Okay. Okay. Chainsaw Man, huh? Okay. Chainsaw Man it is. Okay. My grandparents live on a small farm in rural America, though the farm itself is quite small. We own much of the surrounding land, and so I spend a lot of my summers cutting apart downed trees and bearing roadkill from the roads that border the property. I'm not a particularly small girl. I'm 5'9", and even though I'm on the slenderer side, I can easily move a killed deer or chop a tree to pieces. Much of my grandparents' property is deep woods. It's not connected to a major road or even a service path, and is only bordered by other farms. There are two exceptions to this, however: the small north south running main road, where the house sits, and the side road, which is an out of service fire road used by firemen to access the mountains behind us in case of a fire. As far as I know, no one lives up there, and the only time we ever use it is because of a semi clear, cropless, and flora-less path that winds from the far westish side of the main road to the barn. So it's convenient to drag down trees along when we're taking them to be chopped for firewood. You can barely see the house from the side road, and the only real way to see it is to be in the barn itself. My grandparents stop working every day around 6 p.m. to start preparing dinner, and I usually help, but one summer day, a few years ago, around 2012, we had a thunderstorm the previous day, and more were on the way, so I was determined to move all of the downed trees back to the trunk pile, where we keep the fallen trees before chopping them down. It was around 7ish, so still bright out, but it was late summer, so it was beginning to get a little dimmer. It was beginning to get a little on the dimmer side, and I knew I didn't have a lot of time to finish up my chores and get back to the house. I was old enough that I was allowed to use my grandparents' chainsaw to take apart the trees on my own. Before, I had been limited to dragging the branches and to splitting the trees with an axe, but I relished the privilege of, well, sawing things into pieces. My grandfather had been working with me earlier that day to take apart trees, though, so I hadn't been using it all that much because he was much more quick and efficient with it. So to recap, my grandfather and my grandmother are in the house. It's late afternoon/evening. Not a soul in sight, and I'm alone in a semi-abandoned road pulling 100-ish pounds of trees back to the barn. As I was pulling the main trunk of the tree along the dirt road, we used chains to loop around the branches and then cross them under our shoulders so we could pull. I had that neck prickling feeling that you get sometimes in the woods when there's another human or animal around. Also, now our property's lines line up pretty well with another farm's woods. And those farmers had kids around my age, so it wasn't unheard of to see them tromping around in our woods, especially during hunting season. We don't hunt, but we let them use our land. But as I said before, it had been summer, which is nowhere near deer season, or any other animal season, as a matter of fact. I'd seen coyotes and the occasional bear in the woods, which is why we frequently carried firearms if moving around at night, but bears aren't usually out during the daytime, and coyotes were usually wary of coming near our land anytime, even in close to the day because of our big black schnauzer named Mountain, who was inside at the time, eating the scraps of food that my grandmother was cooking. A story about chainsaw. That's true. So I was a bit nervous. I knew that if any animal came at me too quickly, I'd totally be screwed, because while I could pull a tree trunk at walk pace. There was no way in hell I could run with one, and it was strapped across my chest pretty tightly. Still, I picked up the pace and, thinking to myself that it would be the last drag of the day and I would go go inside go inside soon. I came around to the corner of the barn, quickly unhooked the chains from my chest, and rolled the log onto the pile of its fellows. As I turned, immediately behind me, standing barely 10 feet away, was a young man, in his 30s, I'm guessing, holding my chainsaw, which was covered in reddish sawdust, and watching me. Nothing really seemed off to me about this guy, other than that he was on our land, uninvited. He was dressed like a camper, with hiking boots, duffel bag, and a baseball cap and shades. And since we're fairly near a nature reserve, it didn't seem completely impossible to me that this guy had gotten lost or wandered onto our land. Like I said, there was a fire road leading up into the mountain that I had just dragged a log for half a mile on. Conceivably, he could have walked down on it. He said his name was Alan, and that he had seen me while he was hiking from the hill behind and above me, and had seen that I left my chainsaw behind me. He waited a while to see if I was going to come back, but after 15 minutes of watching the sky darken, he had decided to return it so it wouldn't be out in the coming storm. I was quite pleased. It was the first time my grandfather had let me finish up a tree clearing on my own, and I would have been seriously embarrassed if I left his tools out to rust or varnish on the slide. Alan asked me where he was, and whose land this was, and cheerfully offered to help me stack up the rest of the logs and pull a tarp over them, so that the rain didn't bother them as we talked. I, being friendly and quite relieved to be done with my work for the day, chatted about my grandparents and our land, and mentioned that they were both in the house, pointing up the hill and across the fields to the White House in the distance, making dinner, and that I would have to head back soon if I wanted to get home before dark. He seemed quite sad about that, and said he was lost and needed to be pointed back towards the trail, and I was more than happy to show him the way back, since I no longer had my load. He had saved my ass by returning the chainsaw, and because our personal paths through the woods are quite twisty. Just as we were finishing up, I heard a loud bang from the barn, and Alan looked really nervous. I laughed, trying to reassure him, saying that my grandfather was probably still in the barn and had dropped something. I turned to look at the barn, trying to see him inside, and my grandfather came from the barn, calling to me before he saw me standing there. He came over to me, scolding me for staying out so close to dark. I apologized, explaining that I wanted to finish up and had almost forgotten the chainsaw, but a nice hiker had brought it along for me and dropped it off, at which point I turned to gesture to Alan, who was gone. My grandfather came beside me and looked at me with a funny look on his face, asked me why I didn't remember that he brought the chainsaw back to the barn with him, instructing me to finish carrying the logs back before the rain came. He had told me since there had been flash floods the night before and were scheduled for the upcoming night that no park ranger of the local park would have let hikers into the area because of how unsafe it was. We turned to look at the place that Alan had been, and at the duffel bag and chainsaw, both of which had been left behind. Upon inspection, the chainsaw was indeed not ours. It was the same brand, but far older, and reddish flakes around the blade was definitely not sawdust. I prayed at the time that it was animal blood, since I know that some people use chainsaws to take apart dead, rotten deer before burial, or to make them more easily salvageable by local animals, but in light of what was happened and in light of what was inside of his duffel bag, it seemed unlikely. There wasn't anything inside the bag that you'd need for camping. Instead, inside his duffel bag was a tarp, several trash bags rolled tightly together, duct tape, condoms, zip ties, and a collapsible shovel. My grandfather took the duffel bag to the trash slot the next day, and we decided that A, I would never be allowed to be out of sight of the house again without a rifle, and B, would never breathe a word of this to my over anxious grandmother. So Alan, let's not meet. Great last little story. It also stopped right when the music stopped too. Isn't that crazy? That's wild, actually. What a story. Hmm? Yeah. Jeez, what the fuck? Yeah, for sure. Oh, man. Oh, oh man. Great story. Hopefully, you guys like the stories today. Dog, no police, bruh? Dude, it's the country. Probably nothing happens. Like, people don't trust it. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah. Bijan, yeah. I'm tired from today. I've gotta. Okay, so let me tell you something. I have an event that I'm putting together for tomorrow for work, and I cannot find for the life of me the cauldron. There's supposed to be this black cauldron that I got last year, and I was planning on doing a bobbing for apples thing. I cannot find that cauldron. So I can't find it. I can't bob for apples like this. I mean, I do have like an ice bucket thing that I can use. But it's Halloween. I want to use my cauldron. um Everything will be fine, hopefully. Ugh. I can't bob for apples in these conditions. It's true, I can't. Ah, well, okay. Thanks for the story, Jun, and your personal story, of course. Thank you. Thank you for coming, everyone. I really appreciate you guys always coming in and listening to my stories and talking to me. Hopefully, it's fun for you. It's as fun for you as it is for me. Who pops for apples in an ice bucket? No, feel this way. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming, guys. Um, I will post all stories I read today in Discord. If you are not part, I was looking as I did work. Thanks. Oh, have a good rest for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go early in the morning, and I'm gonna go to a Halloween store that's next to my work actually, and try. I'm trying to. Okay, so I have a Halloween bingo that I'm gonna be hosting, and the prize, because we're like, my phrase for it is do you think that you're the spookiest person in our company? Right? The spookiest representative. And as a result, I am going to have as a prize for bingo a unisex black cloak and like a spooky Halloween cloak. It'll be a fun time. If you're not part of our Discord, I'm gonna post I'm gonna do that. But also, if you want any of the stories that I read today, just so you don't forget or whatever it is, then please check that out. There might not be a VOD for this. I don't know, because the thing is the music that I used today is not copyright free, so it might end up being muted. I'll put it out there. If there's too much, then I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um, if not, I might put it on my YouTube. If that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Usually they leave like small YouTubers like me alone. It's okay, buddy. You can read the stuff. It's okay. It's okay. But okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end right now. Um, I'm gonna check who to raid right now. Let me see. I want to see who to raid. If there's anybody I haven't raided so far. Have a great night. You have a great night. Thank you. Cammy is playing Eve. Eve is one of my favorite fucking games. RPG horror games. Cammy, Youngie. Night Bespies? Yeah, good night, good night. Here is raid message. That's if you do not have a sub. Eh? How come it's not working? There we go. I was gonna say raid message sub. This is for subs. If you have a sub, there you go. So yeah, Night, thank you. Thank you for coming in tonight. Hopefully the stories were fun. Um let's do Cammy. She's always supporting me, and Eve is one of my favorite RPG horror games. So I forgot I subbed. Thank you. Waffle and a toaster. What about waffle and a toaster? It's okay. It's okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind for next time, though. Thank you, Bunny. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, guys. I am starting the raid now. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a great rest of your night. I will talk to you on Friday for Mortuary Assistant Part 2 plus maybe an extra special something beforehand. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye, bye.